This is my third video reaction to the TED Talk we just watched over Stop Managing, Start Leading. Overall, this was a great video to watch. I think it's very beneficial for our generation and for people in this class, as most of us are about to get out in the workforce. Maybe some of us already have jobs lined up, but that was good for us to get some more information before we head out in the real world. So to start, this speaker asked us, can millennials be managed and should they? I asked myself this, and I thought about myself, and I said no. And I'll go into reasons why in a little bit. But he also asked us, why are we managed like we're in factories? You know, we're all taught that it's tradition, it's easy, this is how it's supposed to be, it's how it's always been. Nothing too crazy, and I believe this is the wrong way. Just because it's tradition does not mean that it's how it should always be. I believe that everyone is different, and with our generation growing with technology and all different other aspects, that this is not how it should be. We need to start changing to the new ways and the new things that we can take on. I believe, just like the speaker said, that we need to be like Theory Y and not Theory X. Theory X was labeled as lazy, unmotivated, selfish, not willing to work for others, just all by yourself. And I believe we need to have a Theory Y approach to where we are enjoying our work, enjoying the presence of others, are motivated by ourselves, by our own passions, that we want to be there, we want to get better. So I believe that the workplace needs to change for Theory Y to happen. And I have an example. So my dad actually works for a company. He's an executive high up in a management company. So normally they used to have a bunch of offices in their building out in Maumee, Ohio, and in these offices they all just sit there, talk on their phones, basic office life. But their company completely destroyed all of their office and said, you guys need to get out and be like Theory Y, pretty much. You guys need to go enjoy yourselves. Work from home, work from wherever you want, coffee shop, work from Florida, work from the beach, do whatever you want. But his company said, we want you guys to enjoy your work experience. And I believe that is the best way. I mean, that's how you're going to want to get people to do work. Also, for me, I know it's just like doing your homework. I know I'd rather not sit in a library to do my homework. I'd rather lay in my bed or be hanging out in a coffee shop. That's just what I like to do, and that's what I've grown up doing. So I believe the workplace needs a change for us. That's the only way it's gonna get better. He also talked about the leadership culture, and I believe the leadership culture needs to be better. It needs to be all about family. It needs to be about friends. It needs to be about coming together as one, just like said earlier. All this together is going to make us want to be there, make us want to do work, do better work, make us proud of the work we're doing, and make others proud of the work we're doing. And I believe that's the way we're going to have very successful businesses and companies in the future. He also made a lot of references to Jay-Z and J. Cole. I thought it was pretty cool to incorporate those two really famous people in there, because people our age all know about those rappers, and they're very successful, and they're all about leading, being a leader that builds up other leaders, and they named off a bunch of famous people that do that. And I believe within the music, I mean, that's a great way to just show how being a leader yourself can help others be a leader themselves. And it all starts by managing yourself, just like the speaker in the talk said. Not everyone is always going to be in a meeting. Not everyone is always going to be able to be on the same time schedule. Everyone has something different going on in their lives at all times. I think nowadays that technology is getting so big, and it's making it come around and just becoming a lot bigger. I believe that we need to take advantage of it. And like this, he said, some people in his business not always were there at all the meetings. They had to be there virtually. And I believe this is great, and we need to take advantage of it. I know with our group project right now, having to do so many virtual meetings. I think it's really helping us, having to work around our time. And I mean, it's easy to quick to hop up on a house party call like my group has been doing. We set a time and everyone's ready. It's easy. We can do other things. We can be in our own home. We can be in the library. We can be at the coffee shop, wherever. But I believe doing this virtual stuff is really helping us out and going to help us in the future in the long run. So lastly, the speaker was talking about how the best work happens, and it's when someone is not standing right behind you, not looking over your shoulder, just like a coach or a teacher. Like no one's, if you had those occupations, no one's standing over your shoulder watching you do your work 24/7. It's you to do what you want to, do what you want to do. And I know I'm a coach for our volleyball team, and I love that it's just me and I can just watch my girls succeed. I give them all the power they need, all the tools they need in order to become the best volleyball player they can. And I mean, I don't sit down there behind their back and I'm yelling at them every single thing, because they know what they gotta do to be better. They know what mistakes they make and they know how to fix it majority of the time. I'm just there to guide them if they need that guidance. But I believe everyone, all managers nowadays, are starting to get better and they need to get better. Also, at my job I work at now, me and my manager have a great relationship. I could call her any time of day and she would do anything for me and I would do anything for her. And that also goes into the next last thing he talks about is relationships. I believe relationships is the biggest key and the biggest key to want to be in a workplace. If I didn't have a manager I had now, I would definitely not be in that workplace anymore, because overall it would just not be fun. It's a very boring job. But having someone there and knowing that you have there, and great coworkers as well. I know I love all my coworkers. We're all great friends, and it really helps make work enjoyable and make you want to be there each and every day. I know I personally, with my future career, I want to make sure I pick a place that, one, I don't care if it's going to pay me the best, but if it's going to pay me the best and there's going to be mean coworkers and crappy bosses, I'm not going to work there. But if a place that pays a little less and I have somewhat good bosses but really nice coworkers, I'm going to pick that over people that are mean any day, because why wouldn't I? So I believe overall, all the keys he talked about in this TED Talk were very good, and I could relate to them, and I could think about them in my own life and how they're going to affect me and my future and everyone else's future. How we need to change our workforce into a better workforce. The role of management for the next generation, we all need to do nothing. Just like he said, we need to stop managing and start leading. And I believe that goes into this entire class and what we have learned so far and the videos we have watched so far. It's all been about leading and how you're going to lead and motivate people. And we need to stop being that manager and stop being that mean person, and just lead and have fun and enjoy it. And enjoy what you're doing and enjoy your work and make those relationships great. And I believe that's how we're going to have the best workforce.